So our last video on invertebrates starts with arthropods. So it contains over 3/4 of known species. Okay. 1.1 million recorded species with rich fossil record dating back to the Precambrian period. Most diverse animal group because of the abundance of wide geographic distribution. Their importance are they are agents of disease, and they compete with humans for food. Some can be beneficial, meaning that they can pass around like pollinators. So we have trilobites, chelicerates, crustaceans, and euraminids. So as we look at here, if we start with the trilobites, they're extinct. They're marine arthropods that flourished during the Cambrian period and have since identified over 4,000 species of trilobites from the fossil record alone. They've been extinct for 200 million years. They were dorsoventrally flat. They were bottom dwellers. Some were more benthic and lived on the ocean floor and survived as filter feeders. Then, if we move on to the chelicerates, so we'll look at the chelicerates here. They are going to be our spiders, mites, and scorpions. They have 4 pairs of legs. They have pedipalps for second appendages. A chelicerate are clawed appendages adjacent to the mouth, used for grabbing and shredding food. The horseshoe crabs, class Meristomata, which are not on this list, but we have the those were subphylums, the chelicerates, the crustaceans, trilobites, that type of things. But we have within this, we have a class horseshoe crabs, Meristomata. They are, when we think of horseshoe crabs, they kind of they have the harder outer exoskeleton shell. We have a class of sea spiders. We have a class of arachnids. Okay. We have, let's see, as we move through here, we can look at some of their adaptations for success. They have a hardened exoskeleton. They have jointed appendages. They are fused and modified segments. They have respiratory structures, specialized sense structures, and they have a division of labor. So as we look at chelicerates, originate in the seas, just as we talked about spiders, scorpions, daddy long legs, things like that. Body plan of a spider, you see the pedipalp and the chelicera in the front, and then we have the paired appendages, heart, and tubes in the back end of that. In crustaceans, most are marine, and a few are freshwater. Okay, in terrestrial, we have copepods, crayfish, barnacles, lobsters, shrimps, crabs, isopods, which are pill bugs. Head has 2 pairs of antennae, 3 pairs of foot handling appendages. So we see the lobster body plan right here, the 2 pairs of antennae, the appendages, the pairs of legs, right, and the segments of the abdomen. Millipedes and centipedes, segmented bodies with many legs. Millipedes have 2 pairs of legs per segment. They're going to be scavengers. Centipedes are flattened with 1 pair of legs per segment, all right, and they are predators. So we see the different head parts. We have a grasshopper, butterfly, mosquito, and a fly. We have the types of insect development. We have growth and molting. We have incomplete metamorphosis, and then you see the bottom one is a complete metamorphosis as it goes from a larva to an adult. Incomplete has nymphs, and growth and molting goes from egg to young to adult. Now our final phylum here, Echinodermata, they were the deuterostomes that we mentioned previously. Almost all are marine. Body wall has spines or plates of calcium carbonate. No brain. Adults are radial with bilateral features. So we have sea lilies and feather stars, sea stars, brittle stars, sea urchins, hard urchins, sand dollars, and sea cucumbers are all going to be types of echinoderms. We see in this body plan of a sea star, we see the upper stomach, we see the lower stomach, the anus, the gonads. It has the coelom right there. All right, it has digestive glands. And we see the vascular system to take things in. It's got an ampulla right here. So it's used to filter feed and help move along.